Assalamu alaikum. So this is the startup of Cyber Sentinel XDR, a symbol of excellence in cybersecurity world, which we have developed, and it is an XDR, extended detection and response, and it's a startup animations giving a full cybersecurity environment. And this is the login page, and this is the you can see contact us page, which is developed in React, and here you can see the contributors of this project. And now we will get back to the login page and get log into our Cyber Sentinel XDR. So this is the TOTP, time-based one-time password. So this is the two-factor authentication implemented in Cyber Sentinel XDR, and here we get logged in, and this is the dashboard of our Cyber Sentinel XDR. So I told you that this is the XDR. So we are basically these are the active logs which are shown here. And so basically this is the network detection. This is the attack graph, which will show you the real-time endpoints as nodes connected to the Cyber Sentinel XDR server, which will be sending telemetry to the server. And you can see here a replay attack button, which lets you replay the attack like in sequence, that this attack happens first, this attack happens second, next, like this. This is the system status, which will show on next alerts are shown. And this is the malware section. Obviously there are some concurrent tasks running behind in the back end. So Cyber Sentinel needs a little time for the first time to start. And when it gets started up, you will see real-time logs of endpoints and XDR server both in the dashboard. This is the profile view, where you can see there are three basically roles in the Cyber Sentinel XDR: viewer, security analyst, which is you can say SOC analyst, and admin. So you can also and now for the time being I am logged in as an admin. So I can also change the roles of other people, and you will you will be shown all the people or users logged in with the Cyber Sentinel XDR in here. So I was telling you the replay attack button, functionality of replay attack button. And you can see here nodes observed. So here you can see only XDR server, and here is a little malware alert from malware engine. So basically, first of all, let me tell you, these are shown in the form of nodes. You can see XDR server is shown. This is the server laptop. So let me tell you the domains of this. You can see the dashboard. You can see the timeline of logs. This is the network section, with these logs are coming from Suricata. Live logs. These are live logs coming from both endpoint and the server laptop. These are the alerts and incidents. All the alerts and incidents will shown up here. And this is the endpoint management section, where you will see the endpoints connected. And this is the system status. Now it should show everything okay. You can see. And MongoDB collections are also loading from the MongoDB Atlas. You can see all the entries which is showing the status of MongoDB. And this is the malware detection logs showing. And this is the system behavior logs. So basically I wanted to tell you there are four domains which we are observing in real time, like network, system, user behavior, and malware. So this is the audit file, this is the audit log, and this is these. Now you will see the profiles here, and you can see that I will update it from admin to viewer. Let's update it. And here role updated. So what I was you can see now it is updated to viewer. Now let's re-update it to admin. So what I was telling you, that these are the um, search facilities. Like you can apply filters on this profile, on these users. So what I was telling you that there are four AI models. There are four AI models for network, user, system, and malware, which will give the detection, which will give their predictions respectively. So this is the sound alerts and in settings section, and this is the security settings where you can change your password. This is the again integration status, and this is the detection threshold. So basically what it does, you can change the alert settings for each model. So because this provides you, because I made this for to provide you cope up with the heterogeneity in different environments. And this is the auto response system. It's on critical alerts you will can auto respond to the attacks. And this is the about section. So what I was telling that the predictions from these four AI models are then fused, like in a fusion model, and then on based on that prediction, based on that fusion score, we are flagging an anomaly or an intrusion. So now you can see this dashboard, which will provide you the specific information of almost everything. So now let's start the endpoint, and let me show you a live demo of endpoint connected with it, and then we will generate an attack from that endpoint. For network, Suricata is used to collect logs, network logs, and for system and user and malware, we are using syslog and winlog beat. So you can see this attack graph is implemented using D3 document data driven .js libraries, and you can see here are the endpoint which I started. You can see the name of endpoint and the logs of endpoint. So basically what it does, it sends five telemetry endpoint, that endpoint telemetry of these four AI agents, or you can say four AI domains, four AI domains after every 5 seconds. And after every 5 seconds, it stops, and for 3 seconds it pulls commands, like it pulls or fetches command from the server to run on that endpoint. So you can see the previous alerts and responses. You can download the PDFs from here, and you can also can investigate. These are the SOAR actions which you can take for a specific endpoint connected with the XDR server. You can block IP, you can isolate host, etc. things. So you can see here the desktop, which is an endpoint, which is another laptop, can be seen here as an endpoint which is sending telemetry to this XDR server after every 5 seconds. So that endpoint is monitored along with the XDR server, and it is shown in the attack graph as a nodes, in the form of nodes, exactly like this. So you can see this is the endpoint and this is the XDR server. And sharp explainability is also implemented for the attacks. Sharp means sharply additive explanations, like short term explanations for why this attack or what can be the reason of this intrusion or attack of happening. So now let's generate an attack. Now for the time being, auto response is off. So let's generate an attack from the endpoint. This XDR server is indigenous system, and it is not commercial, so it can be applied in both scenarios, like in commercial and also in more confidential areas, you can see, or environments, you will see. And let's generate an attack. There is a network issue, so it stopped for a time, for a while. And you can see here the attack comes, and it is caught by XDR server, giving you the alerts on network, user, and on alerts section. So let's see. You can see these attacks were generated from the endpoint, C2 beaconing, etc., and DDoS, and these attacks were caught by XDR server. Uh, and they are also shown in the endpoint section. Here you can see in the alerts, you can see it is now XDR server is now asking to respond manually to the intrusion or attack. So let's respond this incident. This is the investigation view, where you can investigate like why attack happens and from where it propagates and which AI models triggered by it were triggered by it. And you can see the status. You can see the two AI models in the left bottom were triggered from it, so which increases the fusion score. And here comes the alert again. You can also download report from here. You can see on the top right corner. And now let's generate an attack by turning on the auto response, and let's see what XDR will do. Will it respond automatically to the attack or not? You can see the global threat score is 82% for the time being due to the multiple attacks. And there was no attack on the malware section, so it is showing detection rate 0.0. And you can see the correlation attacks. So correlation attacks are basically if the two models, like for say system and network, both are giving you at their 5-second window prediction more than, you can say, 75 or 80%, above 80%, then it will be a correlation attack. like an attack which is triggering both domains. So you can see here the network which was, this attack again happens, and auto response is executed. Like here you can see XDR responded automatically, and it will automatically download the report. Just a second. Here you can see the report is automatically downloaded. So now let's test the SOAR executions. Will it execute or not? So let's select our endpoint from here, and let's isolate block IP, or you can isolate host, anything you want to. So in those 3 seconds of command pooling from endpoint, this command will be sent to that endpoint through HTTPS and will be executed on that specific endpoint. So we isolated host. Now from here you can see that only analyst, or you can see admin, just simply can disconnect the endpoint PC from the network by through this XDR server. And now you will see that the endpoint will be stopped showing on the tag graph. You can see that it is disconnected with the network, not only with the XDR server. The network interface card of the that specific endpoint is disabled, so it is disconnected from the internet. So if an attack even happens on that endpoint, if XDR server detects it, then it will not let that attack, prevail, or you can say spread in the through the network at least. So this is our XDR server, and this is the light mode, and that's it. You can contact me for more information regarding this.